Today, Sam Pham is back again as the GM of the Charlotte Hornets. Yes, if you haven't seen the previous episode, click the link above to catch up because a lot has happened. But in today's episode, we have discovered a diamond in the rough, and his name is Frank Kaminsky. Yes, we have been trying to make Michael Gilchrist our two-way point forward superstar, and because we're doing that, we're going to surround him with a team that suits his style. So we're going to go to team training and focus the team on specific aspects. So for the physical aspect, we'll be increasing everybody's lateral quickness. For tactical, we're going to improve everyone's help defensive IQ. And in terms of fundamental, we're going to improve everyone's defense. So pretty much we're going to make an incredible defensive team and worry about the offense later. Now in last episode, we were able to defeat the Heat in the first game of the season with my assistance. So I decided to sim 7 games and see what happens, and I'm not surprised, we're 4-4. So they can't do too well without me, but they won't do too bad without me. And you can see we're sitting on the 7th seed in the Eastern Conference. So considering all the young pieces that we have, when we are still following the mandates of Michael Jordan where we have to compete, so we are doing well with the restrictions that we're given. But unfortunately, Jared Sullinger has been upset, and since he's not a big part of my plans, I have decided to trade him anyways. If he's going to be upset about it, have a taste of my iron fist. So this is just for comedic purposes because I'll never take this trade. This is on Hall of Fame Sim, by the way, so this is the hardest difficulty my GM can offer. And they gave me this deal. Andre Drummond for Sullinger and Jeremy Lambs. I'm not going to say yes to that. That's just unrealistic. I'm not doing that. So here's Maurice Spades. So this one is not bad, but I'm thinking of still getting younger. I don't really want any veterans. So here's Redick and Josh Smith. Good on paper. Once again, more old guys. So I want young guys on cheap contracts so I can use the cap room to sign a free agent next season. So I settled for this Jordan Adams and Vince Carter deal for Sullinger and Lamb. I also renegotiated it for a bit, and I ended up getting a late first round pick out of this too. So Jordan Adams shooting 2 guard, not too bad. So as it stands currently, our team is Jeremy Lin, Nick Batum, Wilson Chandler, Gilchrist as the point forward, Al Jefferson, Roten, Jordan Adams, Crowder, and Kaminsky. So we're a 9-man unit. I'll probably try to find a free agent as the 10th guy, but not too worried about that now. And yes, with the training we've been doing and also the way the roster has been built, after 8 games, we're actually the top 5 defense in the NBA. So this is a good sign. MJ wants us to win the championship in 3 years. So at least we have the defensive part of the puzzle solved. We have a solid defensive team. Now it's just about the offense. So we'll do that as we develop. And for the scoring, it's pretty beautiful. So for 8 games, is double digit by 5 guys, balanced scoring. So this is what I was going for when I was building this team. So eventually, if we can add a superstar scorer into this group, we should be able to take off and have a better record. So I decided to sim 3 more games, and we lost all 3 in a row. So that's kinda disappointing. So I decided to step in and steer the ship. And at the same time, I will play the Brooklyn Nets for sure. You know why? Because in the last episode, when we traded away Kemba Walker, we actually picked up the Nets first round pick in next year's draft. This means I'll play the Nets every game this season just to make sure they get all the losses I can give them, well, as much losses I can give them as possible. And it's been working out because Brooklyn has a terrible record. They're 3-8 currently, and if they keep on doing worse, we might be sitting on a top 5 draft pick with that Brooklyn pick. So that's pretty exciting for the offseason. So I decided to sim the first quarter. And yep, unfortunately, my team is down by 8. Oh, and the stipulation has changed. I told you guys I'll play the game while simming them, but I think I'll play the 2nd and 4th quarter as suggested by a family member. So that would be more exciting. So I can maybe have a comeback or just close them out. So with our team down, I decided to join in and jump in the 2nd quarter. To my surprise, these guys are definitely a very, very good defensive team. You can see here I'm running the NAP system with them and they just give no leaks. Everybody is a pretty good individual defender. The help and the hedging is excellent by Kaminsky. The help side is coming. This is excellent defensive team. So we got that fixed right there. Now in terms of offense, we're also not too bad. Jeremy Lin to Al Jefferson. Back to Kaminsky. So here, I'm trying to see if Kaminsky and Al can play together, and they're pretty good. Kaminsky's actually got a little bit of shooting, so it will help space the floor with Al, but the high-low passing between these two is very deadly. So we got a good core here. A young postman and an old postman who can play with each other, so they can probably stick together for many years to come. And the defense is stifling, family. Look at the Bobcats. No, nothing. Batum is a great defender. So we got Crowder is a good defender off the bench. So pretty good. And it won't be a Sam-Bam game without the double dragon. You see me running here with Kaminsky and Jefferson. High-low action is beautiful. These guys can play together. So that's excellent, excellent news. And Al Jefferson is a frantic defender. Look at him hump him. Look at him hump with Lopez. Hump him, Al. Hump him. And here's a quick post up with the baseline cut with Batum. So we're gonna find our offense here and there, but the defense is great, and Batum is so classy. Look at that! Look at that Frenchman with the tippy toe landings. Gracious, so gracious. And here's Tony Roten running the double dragon, and he's not as good as Jeremy Lin off the dribble, so he gets jammed up. But we go to the weak side pick. We go to kick Gilchrist, who's a point forward. We drag it back out, and we flow right into a pick and roll with Kaminsky, who's a center now. So Kaminsky is, I'm loving that man. Very versatile. And still young, cheap contract. He's going to be part of this for years to come. And no, Brooklyn Nets, you may not score. We give you nothing, and we take away everything. Let's go, Bobcats. Oh, sorry, Hornets. I always call them the Bobcats. Buzz City, let's go. No, nothing. Good job, Roten. Shut it down. Grab it. Great defense. And great defense always lead to easy offense. We got Gilchrist, the power forward, running pick and rolls, running cutoffs. There's no way Boggiani can stay in front of this. Get dunked on. Gilchrist fitting in as a power forward. Love it. And last clip of the day. Yes, the defense is merciless. Here we're going to end the quarter. There's nothing here. Absolutely nothing. I'm loving this defense. And check this out. If we grab a rebound, look at Gilchrist go coast to coast. All the way, Michael MKG. Oh, dump off pass. Kaminsky, throw down. Beautiful offense. We're up by 6 here. So I think we were down 8 when I got into this game, and now we're up by 6. So I can probably help these guys a lot. I decided to sim the third quarter as stipulated and play in the fourth, but apparently the Hornets do not need Sam-Fam's help. They ended up blowing out the Nets by themselves. So I stepped in at the perfect time, and the play of the game for today's episode, Frank Kaminsky, 19-7-5. So I'm very, very excited about this. Although him and Jefferson probably can't play too well together on defense, but their offense is very complementary of each other. So if I can use them as a bench unit and let MKG and the other defenders do the rest against the other team starters, we might be able to squeeze out some victories and, develop over time into a force. Jefferson is old, Kaminsky is young, so they can rotate their minutes over time, with Jefferson playing more now and Kaminsky less, but down the line, Kaminsky more, Jefferson less. So that's a beautiful thing. I decided to sim to the end of the month, and once again, we're hovering around 500 as expected without my help. But our defense, good news, is now up to 4th in the NBA. So we are a lockdown team for sure. Just gotta find that offense, and Kaminsky has been playing the most efficient basketball on the team in terms of PER. Jefferson has also been doing great. And from a statistical point of view, Jefferson is the leading scorer with really balanced scoring from the other 4 guys. It does seem like we will need another high caliber scorer, go to that next level. But the defense is there, the core is here, so I'm very, very excited after 1 month of the season for our Hornets. And so this brings us to the end of the episode. If you enjoy it, add me a like. If you want to see more, I guess get it up to 200 likes like last time, so I know you guys will want to see more episodes. So as always, thanks for coming by, and crazy tips and tutorials coming this weekend. I got a couple of awesome crossovers alongside some sweet new freelance offense. So make sure you check that out on the weekend. And family, see you next time.